Okay, today we're going to keep going with adding fractions, but we're going to add and subtract mixed numbers, which we know are when you have a whole number with a fraction part. So the first step is going to be to add together the whole numbers. Okay, that's always what I do first. So here we have 2 and 4, and that's 6. Okay, so I'm just going to write that down. I'm starting with 6. Now I'm going to do what I've always done, and we're going to add together the fractions. So I have 2/3 plus 3/4. So a common denominator between 3 and 4 would be 12. So this fraction I'm going to multiply by 4, and this one times 3. So now what I'm going to have is 8/12 plus 9/12 is 17/12. So if I make 17/12, right, that's improper, so I make it into a mixed number. That's 1 and 5/12. So I have 6 whole pizzas and then 1 and 5/12 of another. So when I add those together, 6 plus 1 is 7, and then 5/12. Okay, let's look at number 2. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add together the whole numbers first. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now I'm going to add together 2/3 and 2/3. So they're already common denominator. That's 4/3. Okay, 3 goes into 4 one time with 1/3 left over. So 3 whole pizzas plus 1 1/3 of another is 4 1/3. Okay, number 3. Same kind of process. We're going to add together the whole numbers first. 4 and 3 is 7. And then I'm going to add 1/4 and 2/3. Common denominator between these would be 12. So this one is times 3. This one's times 4. And when I do that, I get 3/12 plus 8/12, which is 11/12. Okay, I can't simplify this at all, so I'm just going to add it to the whole number part. 7 plus 11/12 is 7 and 11/12. Okay, let's talk about subtraction. So we're going to go ahead before, when I subtract, I like to give everything a common denominator before I start. Okay, so a common denominator between 8 and 4 would be 8. So I have 6 and 3/8 minus 2 and 2/8. And what we always want to make sure is that this first numerator is bigger than the second. And it is. So now I can just say, well, 6 minus 2 is 4, and 3/8 minus 2/8 is 1/8. And that would be my final answer. Okay, on number 5, I have 6 and 1/8 minus 2 and 6/8. Okay, well, this is a problem because I can't do 1 minus 6/8. I mean, I can, but I can't have a positive here, like 4 and then negative 5/8. So what I'm going to do, okay, let's think of it like a pizza. I'm going to take one of my whole pizzas, and I'm going to cut it into 8 pieces. So now I have 9/8 minus 2 and 6/8. Okay, so now this first numerator is bigger than the second. 5 minus 2 is 3. 9/8 minus 6/8 is 3/8. Okay, what I just did by taking this whole and cutting it into pieces is called renaming. Okay, I didn't change the amount I had, I just called it something else. So let's practice to rename a mixed number. We're going to take the whole number down 1 and then add the numerator to the denominator. So 4, I'm going to take it down to 3, and then what's 8 plus 1? 9/8. I'm going to take 9 down to 8, and then 10 plus 7 would be 17/10. Okay, so you only have to rename it when you're subtracting, and the first numerator is smaller than the second. Okay, so let's look at number 5. So I have 5 and 2/4 minus 3 and 3/4. So 2 is smaller than 3. So I'm going to rename this fraction. I'm going to take it down 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 4 and 6/4 minus 3 and 3/4. So now 4 minus 3 is 1. 6 minus 3 is 3/4. Okay, well, what happens when we have a whole number, right? How can we do that? Well, what you're going to do is we want the common denominator to be 6. So I'm going to take one of my whole pizzas and I'm going to cut it into 6 slices. So it's 11 and 6/6 minus 2 and 5/6. So now 11 minus 2 is 9. 6 minus 5 is 1. And 9 and 1/6 would be my final answer. Okay, so again, it's like 12 is saying I have 12 and 0/6. Sixths is the hardest word. Okay, so I take this down to 1. 6 plus 0 is 6.